The 40 Hadith of Imam Nawawi. Commentary by Shaykh Muhammad Al-Yaqoubi.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hadith 34. عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله تعالى عنه قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: من رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده، فإن لم يستطع فبلسانه، فإن لم يستطع فبقلبه، وذلك أضعف الإيمان. رواه Muslim. This hadith is very important and speaks of one of the essential principles of the practice of our deen and the safeguards of our societies. It is on enjoining good and forbidding evil. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri relates the following words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He heard him say, anyone who sees something wrong, munkar literally is a foul thing, but it means here something that is haram. Anyone who sees something haram being done, that is to say, must change it by his hand. فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ. Must change it by his hand. I'm going to read the hadith, translate it, and then we'll shed some light on it. فَإِن لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ. If he cannot change it by his tongue, he should change it by his heart. That's the lowest level of Iman. The hadith is in Sahih Muslim. The hadith as is may cause some trouble in understanding it or in practicing it. This is why we need to shed some light on it. First of all, who would know what's haram and what's halal, especially on matters that are a bit ambiguous, especially on matters that have differences of opinions between scholars? So it's not up to the commons, it's not up to any person to change what he thinks is haram. It's not up to you to change what you don't like or what you misunderstood it is haram. No. It is up to the scholars who can decide what is haram without any slight doubt, without any difference of opinion, and what is halal, again, without any doubt and without any difference of opinions. The moment scholars differ on one issue, you can't abolish it. You can't change it. When it is halal in one madhab and haram in one madhab, and you studied one madhab and you think it is haram, you can't go out and enjoin good or forbid evil because you think it is haram. This is why I say and repeat again, enjoining good and forbidding evil is not for the public, is not for the commons, is not for everyone. It is for learned scholars, scholars with deep knowledge, scholars who studied ilmul khilaf, this part of knowledge or branch that tackles the differences of opinions between the schools of Islamic law. This is one important condition on changing things, either by hand or by tongue. There is another important condition. It is that changing it would not cause greater problems. How come? You know, wine is haram. You see someone drinking wine in public, so you go and break the bottles of wine. Then the man comes to fight with you. Then you're killed, you're injured, or you cause a big fight in the society. At the time, the man is a non-Muslim and wine is halal for him. So why should you get involved in this? Changing foul things or haram things in public by force is up to the government now, is not up to individuals. Because we have governments, we have police, we have special authorities that can look for the haram and change it. You can change things if you like within your family, for example, or within your company. This is up to you. In your home, you find something haram, you can change it in your home, again, without causing something worse. In your company, you can change something that is haram. It's under your control, but again, on the condition that it does not lead to something that is worse. The weakest level probably is the strongest for us now. We see a lot of things that are haram around us. We can't change them, either because we don't know for sure, or even if we know for sure, we know it's going to cause a lot of trouble in the society, unrest, conflicts. But we tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, this is something haram, I don't like, I can't change it. That's my excuse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets you the rewards of it changing it as though you changed it. That's some. There's not enough time to speak about all the conditions of enjoining good and forbidding evil, but we highlighted probably the two most important conditions: having knowledge, deep knowledge, especially of the various opinions of the schools of Islamic law. Second, being sure that changing this haram thing in the society does not lead to something that is worse than it. One common example is you see a person speaking foul about the deen and cursing the deen. He's angry, he's mad. Then you come to him, tell him, this is haram, you're saying something haram, you got out of Islam, your wife is divorced. Then he'll do more and more and more because he's angry. So you can't change things in that way and in that style. What's the best way? Leave him now. Wait until he calms down, he relaxes in a moment of nice conversation. So we understand now that it is not up to us to change things because we don't have enough knowledge, or changing things by force may lead to worse matters. It is up to the government to change things by force. But when we can give advice, we should not be short of it. When we can tell people this is haram and this is halal, we should not be short of it. We should not be stingy with your beautiful advice, but in the right time. Don't get to an angry man who is swearing against God and tell him, you've got out of Islam, your wife is divorced. He's angry. He'll say more and more and worse cursing words. Wait until he relaxes and calms down. You chat with him in a very friendly way. He'll accept it from you, not when he is angry. So choosing the right time for the advice or for enjoining good and forbidding evil is very important. This is a glimpse into this great principle, which the Prophet ﷺ encouraged a lot, and we find it in Al-Quran Al-Kareem. Allah tells us that we're the best nation as long as we enjoin good and forbid evil. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you were made the best nation as long as you enjoin good and forbid evil. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.